So tonight I'm honored to present the Joe Zins Awards for Excellence in Action Research in Social Emotional Learning. The Joe Zins Early Career Award, Stephanie Jones, can't be here tonight, and for a very good reason. She's actually conducting an SEL training in Boston, one of her projects. But briefly tell you, of course, in your program you have information, but Stephanie is the Marie and Max Kargman Associate Professor of Education at Harvard University. She received her doctorate at Yale University and has worked at various times with Ed Ziegler, who won the Senior Award last year and last time, and Larry Aber, who's here on the member of the CASEL board, and many others. She's done really groundbreaking work on assessing research outcomes of various SEL programs for preschool and elementary school age children, and she's already made major contributions to the field in her early years, and we look forward to more spectacular work by Stephanie as she combines her interests in science, policy, and practice. Of course, we'll send her the award and we'll have an appropriate celebration with her at another time. So now let me turn to the Zins Distinguished Scholar Award. As you know, the awardee this year is Joe Durlak. Joe is an emeritus professor of psychology at Loyola, but I think he's as busy in his emeritus phase as he was as a professor. Almost 20 years ago, Joe published what's considered the landmark book titled School-Based Prevention Programs for Children and Adolescents. And that really helped to define the early field of social emotional learning. Since then, he's published one influential article after another, mostly meta-analyses showing the growing and strong influence of SEL programs in school and in after-school contexts. Joe and Roger actually won another award from the Society for Prevention Research recently, called the Nan Tobler Award for Meta-Analysis in Prevention Science. In teaming up with Roger and the CASEL team, the Durlak et al. Recent meta-analysis on SEL outcomes and the importance of implementation quality for SEL programs really has an enormous impact on the field. It's impacted researchers, it impacts policymakers, it impacts practitioners all across the world. Joe's work continues as he leads the editing of the upcoming exciting Handbook of Social Emotional Learning, but most importantly, he's known as a kind and caring scholar who's really mentored a long list of young scientists. He's the kind of guy that will help a friend and give the best advice around. In fact, he's the guy who truly knows what works. So if you got a chance, ask him and he'll tell you. And he's being recognized by CASEL for a truly exceptional set of accomplishments. So Joe, could you come forward?
Now, I did come all the way from Santa Fe to get this award, so I'm going to say something. First of all, it's nice to get this award from Mark Greenberg, whose work has impressed me and influenced me. It's really nice to know that people related to CASEL nominated and voted for me, because their work has also influenced and impressed me. To be honest, I would not be here if it were not for Roger Weisberg. And I want to tell you a little story about Roger and I and how he works. And I suspect he probably has worked the same way with some of you. For several years now, Roger calls me or sends me an email and says, Joe, I have an opportunity for you. Yeah, you see, he's used the same thing on some of you. I know that. And so I say, okay, what's the opportunity? It's not an opportunity. It's a work project, okay? One of these opportunities took us 6 years to finish, this meta-analysis that Mark mentioned. Why do I do this for Roger? First of all, you know Roger, he is a sweet fellow, right? He's brimming with ideas. He has so many ideas, he cannot implement them all himself. He needs other people to do it. He's a very glib talker, okay? He knows how to present a great case, and so I'm always saying yes to this. That's one reason I do it. The other reason I do it is because I just think this is important work. And I feel very satisfied at the end of one of our projects having done this. And so I feel very good about it. What I would like to do is just end this little brief commentary by perhaps inspiring you for your work related to CASEL in the upcoming forum. My favorite quotation is from Margaret Mead. And I have used this quotation in several contexts, and I think it certainly does apply to the work at CASEL. This is what she said: "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." I hope this inspires you when you work for CASEL. Thank you so much for that.